Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi everyone, Unconditional Love Taro, Greg Dixon, Rebecca Gilberto, PM EDT. I don't know if it's cakes. Yvette B, I've been trying to figure this out. One of these days, Pam, you're gonna have to tell me. Bobby Gongora, I hope everyone is well. Today's election day. You know, I was, right before I came on, so I'm going to talk about that first. Maggie Haberman, I was watching a video from CNN on YouTube, and she was talking about the Trump people feel very good about how Trump did yesterday because all the newspapers were, I mean, probably true, I've read online but not looked at anything as far as everything Trump. But she said they were describing Trump, the way Trump fought back in court, Trump came out swinging and those type of things. I don't feel yesterday, and I've been saying this for a very long time, and I'm going to repeat, my prediction is the same. This is, and I believe I mentioned it yesterday or last week. Oh no, it was yesterday because the poll came out yesterday. 6%, that's a minimum, by the way, the least number, okay? Who will change their votes to Biden or someone else if Trump gets convicted? This is a minimum. So, and I told you all along that once this thing starts, the whole energy is going to change. And I feel when I heard her said that, I'm like, maybe these people should hire me as a consultant because not even short term what happened in court yesterday is going to help Trump at all. And to believe that's what I feel. So if you hear anything along that line, no. Don't believe the hype. It is not happening. So Trump is in for a painful reckoning. And yesterday he was freaking out. It's because regardless of whatever headline they wanted to generate, to me, it doesn't make one bit of difference. That's my prediction. Trump is looking bad. He's going to continue to look bad. And that lady who decided she was not going to support Trump, Reynolds, she's the governor somewhere. She decided she was going to support DeSantis. I don't know whether she picked the right Republican candidate, but she says Trump is not viable. I think she's correct. I don't think DeSantis is viable either. My feeling is the same. He's going to drop out because the signs intuitively, I feel, that we are seeing, like, I feel Haley will continue to overtake him. I don't see anyone else being able to compete. Even later today, I feel she will continue. Somebody was saying that on CNN, it resonates with me. She's going to continue. What is it tonight? Tomorrow. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. The debate is tomorrow. I feel she's going to continue to make, her polling numbers will continue to improve. So, but Trump and all those shenanigans, forget it. My prediction from the past remains. This is not good. Okay. We have, today is election day, and for some reason I woke up this morning and I was not, I'm not psychologically, mentally, it's like I'm not feeling good today at all. Electoral Storm says, when will DeSantis drop out? I feel between now and February. That's what I feel. I've said that before, Electra, so because a lot of his donors have switched on him. That's number one. Number two, he's having money issues. And if you look at this guy's face on TV, I never see him relax and open and want to talk to people. He's always looking up. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to slit throats. I'm going to do this. I'm going to kill this person. I'm going to put him in jail. That's what he does. You know, that doesn't work. So, and it comes through. He comes through as a mean person with no ideas. That's the way I get. That's whenever I see him on TV or he comes to mind, that's what I get. So he's going to drop off. Don't worry. Okay. Yes. You know what concerns me? The level of the way I feel behind the scenes Republicans are planning in not only taking over our elections, but the way they are helping. That's why I'm hoping Democrats will send people out to our different communities. I don't feel it should only be minority communities, but those are important because Republicans, they don't only have Putin spreading disinformation in this country, but they are amplifying it. Besides creating all kinds of hurdles to prevent blacks and others from voting, but they are also spreading some very bad rumors in our communities. And just like a lot of people didn't go vote in 16, I am very concerned. I know a lot of people energetically, this election would be Democratic no matter what. But because of the shenanigans, and I've been saying this for a while, that Republicans, they believe me, guys, they have a plan. And even if there is a way to shave 10 voters, you would think, oh, they're not going to worry about a few voters. No. They have a plan with, different ways, different techniques they can use to reduce the rolls. We hear about the big ones, like the one in Virginia, where Youngkin basically deleted 3,000 names from the voter list. But these people, they have a list of, for example, check signatures. I'm just being facetious now. Was the stamp put upside down? Any little thing they can use to reject the ballot if it's mailed in, or and also if you haven't voted. I believe in Florida they have that. If you missed an election cycle, you didn't vote, they purge you. And if you were in prison, if you're a felon, forget it. They're going to give you a hard time, as we know. Although they told you could vote, and then they turn around on you and have you arrested. They have a whole slew of stuff. And mostly in those red states, the Secretary of State, they are in a lot of states. In fact, what's his name, Elias, was complaining about that the other day. They are, those people, if we are not careful, they're going to be handpicked, and we're not going to know what they are doing behind the scenes. Those are very concerning to me when it comes to 2024. But we will see. Patricia Fandino says, I voted through absentee ballot a few weeks ago for local races here in New York City. Well, that's good. New York City is not bad. At least New York City, we know they're not going to try to suppress the vote. But I'm talking about like places like Florida, Texas, and other places where Republicans are trying to handpick the Secretary of State in order for them to cheat. And believe me, their plan, you would be surprised because they have people, this is a science to them. They're not, it's no joke. They know everything, they know what to do, they've been doing it for a very long time. Okay? And they have people who specialize in those, voting. So, it's a challenge. That's what concerns me for 2024. Joel Thiston says, New York mayor involved in scandal. Yes, there is something about the person who raises money for him and something with Turkey. Somebody's trying to donate. I don't think he's going to be, it's since she raises money for him, his name is in the news, but intuitively, I don't feel he was involved. He's a pretty smart guy. I'm not a fan of his, believe it or not. He's not my favorite mayor. My favorite mayor was Duncan, my favorite New York City mayor was Duncan. But he's smart enough, let's put it that way, not to be involved in something like that. He may lose the re-election for some other reason. I don't see it. I'm just saying for some other reason because he's made plenty of mistakes. But I don't feel he was involved in that situation. Okay, and one second. Jonas Sanchez says, we have a crazy Trumper running for county executive. There you go. I pray she doesn't get elected. Vote Democrat all the way. Where is that, John Sanchez? Chances are the Trumpers have not been doing very well. Okay, and when I read your post, I didn't feel it was going to go well for that person. And as we are talking about, because since today's election day, I'll answer your questions about elections and the like. But I was watching something about. I was watching Netanyahu, and somebody accused him of he executed the invasion the way he did it because he wanted to stay in office, and also, thinking that he can salvage his reputation and everything else he's trying to salvage. I don't feel that's going to work. And yes, that's what I've been saying for a while. Netanyahu is not doing these things because, he's doing it. It's from selfish reasons, basically. That's why he's trying to be, he's a hardliner to begin with, but everything he's doing now has to do with his ego and thinking that he's going to be able to salvage his reputation and stay in power and make the changes that he's been wanting to make. I don't feel that's going to work. That's my prediction. That's why I'm bringing this up, because I saw somebody mentioning it this morning. I don't think that's going to work. And the other reference is, really? Whitney Morehouse says Netanyahu is Jared Kushner's godfather? I didn't know that. Sheila Robertson says, is that true? Is asking, will 2024 Democratic presidential challenges help show Biden's strength? You know, I feel Biden's strength is showing, but I think everyone knows. But it feels like to me, the news media for clicks and, to embellish things to get people to watch them, they're playing games. That's what I feel. Because, there are some people who don't know better, but I feel Biden's ability to, not only that I've been saying and feeling it intuitively, I'm just being shown, it was in the news either yesterday or sometimes over the weekend, the way people are saying this guy is doing very well, the way he's been able to bring back our allies after the Trump fiasco, okay, the way he has been able to manage, he's the guy managing 2 wars now. He was managing Ukraine before, and now the Israeli thing, and I feel he's going to do well. So, no, but Biden's strength is going to, it will make it a year from now or even 6 to 8 months from now, okay? Biden's experience, knowledge, and ability to manage the situations that we've been in. Do you guys remember once I told you one day people are not going to be afraid to call Trump a liar? Because at the beginning they never used to, but people were saying, he wasn't telling the truth, and I told you that was going to happen, and it's happening every day now. The same thing for Biden. Not lying. What I mean is, right now, the news media is slowly warming up and giving him credit as opposed to chasing fools like Trump, who goes to court, starts screaming, and that's what they print. When yesterday Biden was in Pennsylvania, I don't know exactly. The train that goes from D.C. to New York City and other places. Okay, I believe there is something about infrastructure that he was doing yesterday in Pennsylvania, but that didn't make the papers. What they printed was the Trump drama. But we're going to see a lot more of the good things that Biden has been doing. That's my prediction. 6 months from now, because Ukraine is still going to be, the war will still be going on, but not with the same intensity. The same thing in the Middle East between Hamas, because believe me, within the next, I'll put it to you this way, within the next 2 months, okay, Hamas will be on the run. It may be 2 weeks, but that's too optimistic. So that's going to take a different phase, the war between Hamas and Israel. And people are going to look that he has been able to chart a course, Biden that is, prevent Iran and Hezbollah from opening a second or third front. Okay. Things will be quieter, more manageable. The crisis that we're going through right now when it comes to Hamas and Israel, he's going to get a lot of credit. That's my prediction. So don't worry. Joel Tiston said Ivanka's testimony today. No, Ivanka's testimony is tomorrow. And I'm going to repeat what I said, I believe it was last week. And I remember, guys, I told you that she has her own lawyers. She had different people. Maggie Haberman was saying the same thing this morning on not this morning, I'm sorry. I don't know when she was on CNN. She said it either between last night and this morning. But the video is on YouTube. She said she hired her own attorneys, and chances are she's going to try not to say anything to hurt her dad, but she's going to try to take, a neutral course, and do some of the things that her brothers did. I didn't know. I wasn't part of it. I was out of there. Those type of things. I've been out of the game for a while. These type of things, that's what she's going to do. So she's going to try to do the least bit of damage as she possibly can, but also save herself. Well, according to Jared, when I focus on him, she has to do everything possible to save herself from this. That's Jared's order to Ivanka, at all costs. So that's what Ivanka is going to do. And they are very concerned as well about prison and Jared. So let's see what happens. Oh, yes, Whitney Morehouse said, no, somebody did confirm that. I didn't know that. TP Canoe says, yes, it's true. Wow. Okay. Yeesh. All right. No wonder he had Jared, that is, thought he ruled the world when Trump was president, and they put him in charge of, Netanyahu is your godfather, and he didn't accomplish more than he did, and he took $2 billion from the Saudis. Okay. Wow. Pamela Bodley said, Milu, why don't the judges hold Trump in contempt? How is he allowed to attack the judge and the DA and the courtroom with insults? Okay, I'm going to tell you two things. I'm going to give you the intuitive impression, and I'm going to give you what I hear from the pundits, and that resonates with me. What I feel, the judge, okay, there's something, as we know, the Trump is going to appeal this. And the judge knew what Trump was trying to do. The judge knows, it's not that, it's just like a child, okay? You have a child, and they are throwing tantrums. You can get upset and have a bad day, okay, because the child wants ice cream. But who has the authority and the funds to buy ice cream? You. So the child can scream and yell everything. You just ignore them. You go outside away from the noise. And then when they get tired of screaming, they come out. You're in control. You can still say, no, you're not going to give the child ice cream. Or you say, okay, if you are good, let's go to the store, I'm going to buy you ice cream. Or let's go to the fridge, I'll give you some ice cream. It's the same thing the judge did yesterday, and it was on CNN. I mentioned it yesterday, and it was the same thing they said this morning on CNN. Okay? The judge, after an hour or so, the first hour that Trump testified yesterday, they took a break. I'm sure all of you remember that. The judge met with the prosecution. The judge decided, I'm not going to get upset. I'm in charge. Let him throw the tantrums. And, oh my God, again this morning somebody repeated it on CNN. I'm reminded of this. Trump is going to pay for all those stupid things all those insults. They're going to cost him. So it was by design. The judge didn't want to react. He did not want to give Trump any ground to appeal and have the appeal court throw out the case. Okay, that was basically the judge's goal and the prosecution's goal. Trump made a fool out of himself in court. He admitted a lot of things and he lied. Okay, Trump to them was like a toddler. They let him do and say stupid things, and watch what that judge is going to do. I don't think Trump was very smart at all. Instead of being respectful, and that's $250 million plus the license of your business. No. He wanted to play for the newspapers. That's what he's been doing in New York for a very long time. It worked a long time ago. Not this time, because it's going to cost him his license to do business. And yes, the bankers, my prediction is the bankers are going to walk in and start repossessing some of his stuff. Yeah, that's what's coming. So don't worry, Pamela. That's the judge just let him dug a hole for himself, because every one of those insults or disrespect or whatever else he threw yesterday, they're going to cost him $100,000 a pop or $1 million a pop, depending on how the judge feels. It's going to be very expensive. Okay. Len Janeski is asking, Hamilo, would the Democrats win the PA State Supreme Court seat? I did not know there was, but I don't feel like saying they'll lose. So let's see what happened. I don't know anything about that, but I didn't feel like saying no. Okay, Len, so don't hold me to that, because I don't know anything about it. I didn't know there was, but I'm not feeling bad about it. Let's see what happens. Let me copy that down so I can, oops, where did it go? Pennsylvania. Yeah, okay. I wanted to copy. Okay, never mind. It's taking me time to look for it. Oh, somebody asked me a question yesterday, will Biden win in 2024? Yes. I'm not quite sure. The person hasn't looked at my videos, but somebody posted that question. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. I don't see, it's going to be very difficult. Yes, I know they're complaining about Biden's age, but it's going to be very difficult to unseat Biden, regardless of what you're seeing. All those polls, Trump, the con, the felon, the potential felon, the future felon, is ahead of him on all the, the other states. Let me tell you, yes, I know. Someone said sometimes this week he turned 81, Biden that is. Guys, when it feels like to me, 4 to 6 months from now, what newspaper people are going to do is show Biden's accomplishment on the national level and on the international level. And if it's Trump, Trump can't even come close. And the other thing is, if it's Trump, I know he's going to get convicted. Okay, I made that prediction even before I knew why Trump was going to be going to court. I told you this guy is done, and I'm not going to take it back. What's going to happen, I don't know which newspaper is going to do this and how many reporters are going to do this, but there's something they're going to do, okay? They're going to compare the challenges that Biden has faced after COVID, the war in Ukraine, Hamas in Israel now, our economy, and a whole other criterias. And they're going to compare them to Trump. Trump doesn't even make it. If it's Nikki Haley, it's going to be demonstrably they're going to be able to demonstrate that Nikki Haley can't come close. I was thinking about this last night. I was working on a video here, and I was playing that, trying to answer that same question. They're going to have a matrix. Newspaper people, I mean, they're going to add different, things to it. If you allow me to use said things, because I can't think of the right word, subject, or, let's say, for example, war in Iraq, war in Ukraine as one of the criterias, okay? And they're going to compare the amount of experience, Biden, knowledge, and everything else to the new person. And yes, he's 82. Is he still functioning? When he goes and have a news conference, he's a gaffe machine, according to what they say in the news. He's been making gaffes since he was all his life. So that's built in. But does he know what he's talking about when he goes out to speak in public or having a news conference? Yeah. And if we've been watching Trump, he hasn't been able to do that. When it comes to Nikki Haley, most of the stuff that she's saying, intuitively, I feel, will not hold up to Biden's. And if it is, I'm not saying it is, I feel he's going to drop out. And if it comes to DeSantis, he's going to come across so mean and dumb and want to be like Trump. He's going to eliminate himself as well. So, intuitively, I feel no one, given the pool of people running in the Republican side right now, I don't see anybody the way intuitively I am seeing reporters are going to stack up Biden, regardless of his age, versus Nikki Haley or DeSantis, since they are the front runners. And I don't see anybody coming close to them. The only person strong, he doesn't stand a chance at all, is Chris Christie. Okay? And when I say strong, that could rise, but I don't feel he's going to make it. The top two people, according to the polls, and intuitively, I feel like saying that are going to continue to move forward. DeSantis is going to drop off because money, frustration, he can't connect. And there was, in fact, as I'm saying this, I read an article, I'm being shown words on a piece of paper, so that means article. It wasn't positive because, as we know, he has difficulties connecting with people. So those type of things are going to stand in the way. But him and Haley are the two potential, but if Trump was to, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I hope Trump is the one that gets the nomination. And if they have to send him to prison, it will be after the election. Because it will be easier for Biden to put him away. Nikki Haley, Biden is going to have to do it out of work. That's what, not because he can't. Based on that matrix I told you guys, okay, her limited foreign policy experience, I know she was at the UN, she can't come close. National policies, all she's going to be running on watch. But she's been doing it. Biden's age, and he's going to die, Kamala Harris will take over. Those are the things that she's going to be running on. And what's going to sink her, as I'm saying this, that's what I'm being shown, what's really going to do Haley in is she was not able to stand up to Trump. If she wasn't able to stand up to Trump, how is she going to be able to stand to someone like Xi or Putin? That's going to be a major test for a lot of those Republican candidates running against Biden. Biden stood up. In fact, Biden called Putin a murderer, and he stood up to Xi as well. Okay? And when Biden called Putin a murderer, that was at the beginning of the war. That's when everybody thought we were going to have World War III. Okay? And the Trumps are still trying to spread that. But that's going to be a major... Biden has proven his chops. Nikki Haley hasn't. And she is going to have to find a way to say, well, to whatever the excuse is she has for not standing up to Trump. And basically, I said this a long time ago, and it is in the newspapers now, they are saying it. They are just hoping that Trump will go to prison, and they are the natural, they will ascend to the number one position. It will be a natural progression, you know. Trump is going to prison. He can no longer run, so I'll get the nominee. I'll get the nomination. That's what they are hoping. And it feels like to me, a lot of people are going to ask them those questions. Why didn't you stand up? Why didn't you do anything? Typical news says Lawrence O'Donnell ripped into Trump last night. Yeah, I saw the beginning of that, but I couldn't. I was I had to get into the shower. I got to look for that video. Okay, but that's my prediction is a lot of newspaper people are going to use, you know, a set of criterias. Okay, Biden versus the Republican incumbents. No, candidates. Okay, and Biden is going to look very good. Well, he's looking good now. It's the only thing, you know, the other thing, Democrats, anything they get scared, his age. If Biden doesn't go out and, you know, really have a major mental breakdown between now and next year, when I say mental breakdown, I mean, like, you know, forget where he was. I mean, it's some kind of age-related something, anything, and I don't see it coming. He's going to beat them. That's my prediction. Okay. I am looking. Nope. Joel Tison says, will Trump have a court-ordered mental competence test? Nope. Because they know what Trump has been doing this for a very long time, Joel. I'm sure you know. Okay, so his performance yesterday was nothing new. And according to something I heard on CNN this morning, he was saying he's hoping that people were aware of what was going on in court was one of his statements. So basically, he thought he was playing for his base and hoping, you know, he will, well, he's not adding anyone to his stuff. If anything, Trump's behavior is subtracting, he's causing people to run away from him. So. Shari H says, wouldn't surprise me, okay, if Trump picked someone in his family, like his kids laughing out loud or his daughter for VP. I wouldn't be surprised either. He's that stupid. But I don't think he'll do it. Craig Dixon says, Milu, does Trump think he really won yesterday? Yeah. Because, you know, Trump has lived in this universe all his life, trying to convince the public, and it's always worked for him. That's why Maggie Haberman said on CNN, his people thought he won because they're counting on the headlines. But intuitively, I don't feel that the headlines are going to help him anymore. the headlines, I mean, and I said that a long time ago. I said those trials are going to have a major effect on his supporters. Okay, they're going to turn away from him. That poll that came out yesterday proved that, although I think the number is, intuitively I feel the number is small. Okay, but yes, he thought he won, but intuitively I don't feel it's going to help him. This is really going to be really bad. You know what? Geraldine Bexton says something interesting here, and I think it's right. She goes, Milu, it's not about his age for second term. They're worried about Kamala becoming president. A lot of people. Yes, you have a point there. I can't, I agree with you. But, intuitively, I don't see Kamala becoming, anything happens to Biden and Kamala becoming president from vice president. I'm not seeing it. That's why if I've never mentioned it. In fact, this is the first time I'm going to, I'm talking about it. But, she's a pretty good study. And obviously, we know she's very smart. Okay? She has learned a ton from Biden. She has studied the way he does things. Okay, I'm not saying she's going to do the exact same thing, but she has learned a tremendous amount from working with him, and she would make a very good president. I know she's had a bumpy beginning, but you know what? Lately, I can't say that was true. It irked me once when I was hearing those many negative things that were coming out. But intuitively, I feel she's going to be, if she were to become president of this country, she would do as good, if not better, of a job as Obama did. And Clinton, she would be among those people. Clinton, Obama, among others. Yeah. Because she has learned a lot. And something else, when she meets those foreign leaders, I don't know if you guys notice, no, we don't hear any complaint. That's one thing, it just occurred to me. Negative complaints against Kamala from the international people like, oh my God, I forget his name. He goes on Morning Joe quite often. He is a writer for the Washington Post. He is very well renowned internationally, and he talks about, America in the international arena, diplomacy and all that kind of stuff. I don't remember his name right now. As I'm talking about Kamala, he has spoken about Kamala bumpy beginning, but in fact, he paid her a compliment. She has learned a lot from when she started the position, and she has helped tremendously, although she has not gotten full recognition for some of the work that she's doing behind the scenes. So, but I feel Kamala would make a great president. That's my prediction. All right. Robin Brewer says, Milu, we need some good news. I gave you good news. If Kamala were to become president, she would make a great president. That's good news. George, Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein. No, this gentleman, he still works for the Washington Post. He's still there. He's about late 60s, maybe 70s. Okay, I believe he's Jewish. I believe. I'm not sure. Okay, because he's spoken about his dad and Jewish something. That's why I think he's Jewish. I don't remember his name. But yeah. But he's paid. He said, she's done a very good job. No, Carl Bernstein is Jewish. No, not Robert Wright, Linda. Oh my God, I forget his name. In fact, he was on Morning Joe, I believe, yesterday. Oh yeah. Mara Escamana is one tough lady. She's not going to take baloney. I agree. She won't. Okay, friends. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me today, because you can't make an appointment on my website or tomorrow, please feel free to call me or text me. I have a few slots open for today, and I do have some open tomorrow. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. So please feel free to text me or call me. If you like the channel, or go to the website if you like, no problem. You can make your appointment there too as well, psychicmilu.com. And you can also, if you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the notification bell. And if anyone, I meant to say that earlier, if any of you know some marketing person or looking for a YouTube channel to sponsor or something like that, please let me know. Somebody posted something last night and it occurred to me, maybe I should mention it here. Anyone who knows somebody who's in marketing or something like that, let me know. Because I'm looking for somebody so I can do something a little different with the channel. What I mean is, if you notice, some channels have sponsors. So if I can have a sponsor as well. George says Tom Friedman. No, Tom Friedman is a very smart guy too, but he's with the New York Times. The person I'm talking about is, I'll tell you tomorrow, or I'll probably post it on the community tab. I'll look for his name. I'll tell you later. I'll post it on the community tab. I forget where I was. Yes, please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow, unless something major happens later, but I doubt it. Or maybe who won or something with all the elections going on. But I'll see you all tomorrow. Till then, bye.